is wild.
Welcome back to the attic with Jacob and
Jacob, today we got our boy Malik with us.
What's up? I'm Malik. Nice to be here in the attic today.
Alright, so before we hop into today's topics and stuff, what we got planned, we just got to do a little bit of explaining. We haven't uploaded in the past 3 weeks by the time this one comes out. We lost some clips and we've been behind schedule. We're busy people. We got some stuff done. We had some things pre-recorded. Some stuff happened. We lost the clips. But we're back on schedule now, back on track. So videos should be out weekly every Monday. I just wanted to get that out there and apologize that we didn't have anything for you the past 2 weeks.
Yep, quite unfortunate. A couple hours of footage lost, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
hey, it's okay. You know, people were starting to get a taste for it. You guys just had to take it away for a minute. Now their mouths watering. They're ready for this new content to come out. It's about to be going crazy.
It's the attic. I mean, it's supposed to. But
Gonna turn into an attic.
What do we got for today's topics or subject lines?
So today it's not really more topics, more we're gonna go through some subreddits, and so we've each picked out some posts from Am I the Asshole and from Glitch in the Matrix. So we're gonna start out with Am I the Asshole?
We're starting out with Am I the Asshole?
Yep.
So can I go first? Because I got some really good ones. I at least want to get one off first, if that's okay. Am I the asshole for rehoming my brother's Chihuahua and then lying about it?
Yes.
Using a throwaway for this, I also know the title looks bad. So I live at home with my parents, and my boyfriend, has been allowed to stay in the house. Also in our home is our family boxer and my brother's Chihuahua. Now, to say the Chihuahua is nasty would be an understatement. He barks every time someone walks by, he pees in the house, and constantly makes this annoying whimpering sound. My parents are at their wits' end with the dog as well, but say they can't do anything about it since it's my brother's dog, even though they bought it for him as a gift. Last week, I was walking down the stairs. My boyfriend tells me to come into the kitchen, where I could see that the Chihuahua had torn apart my teddy bear that I had since I was little, presumably because it had took it from the storage room in the kitchen. I was at my wits' end by this point, and me and my boyfriend decided to take the Chihuahua to the local animal shelter. I was aware of the fact that my parents would likely be less than impressed with the actions I had taken, so I told my parents that the Chihuahua was in the garden, and when I went to check on it, it was no longer there. My parents and my brother, who is obviously upset, have been putting up flyers for the dog. However, since I took the Chihuahua to the shelter, the mood in the house has been a lot better. Since the Chihuahua was just a nasty piece of work, so I'm thinking that the end may have justified the means in this case. However, I wish my brother wasn't as upset as he is. I've offered to buy him another small dog, e.g. a Boston Terrier, but he was really pissy about it. Am I the asshole in this case? They also added an edit on it, but we can... Should I read the edit first, or do you guys want to assess the first situation?
I mean, assessing the first situation, you're not an asshole.
Like, the Chihuahua is a piece of shit, when dogs like that, they're not dogs. They shouldn't exist. Them being alive is literally pain and suffering for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I wouldn't take it there. I'd say if the dog's tearing down the mood in the house because it's aggressive, it's tearing stuff up, then it was it was a good move. She did nothing wrong. Yeah, she hurt her brother's feelings. Oh well, everybody's feelings gets hurt.
Now, I am a little upset that she took it to the shelter instead of finding a home, and also the fact that if they went looking for the Chihuahua they lost, would they not have went and looked at the shelter? Because apparently they didn't want the dog back that bad. If they didn't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Say they took it to the shelter. They're posting flyers everywhere about it, but they know like the dog's in the shelter. So, either the animal shelter people would know it's there, or if they, called them and said, hey, this is the description of my dog, it's missing, So, apparently they didn't want the dog that bad, Apparently they didn't want the dog.
I mean, I agree with that. What's your take on it, Jacob?
I'm just being the brother. Damn.
You're feeling for him, losing his dog?
Yeah, you just lost your fucking dog.
Yeah, but it was like a
I feel like
a lab rat gone wrong.
You should have talked to him and been like, yo, your dog sucks.
Your dog sucks. Fix it.
Yeah,
Fix
like
it.
either like go to a class and like get some obedience training and get this shit done, or we got to do something about it. You know, you could have that talk instead of doing that.
Yeah, but that talk could have taken like.
Oh, dude, you guys want to hear the edit now too?
Sure.
They might have got the dog back, but I'm not sure because it says edit. My brother is 16. My brother has trained the dog, but I believe that a lot of Chihuahuas are nasty. Also, my brother says that the Chihuahua is his service animal. Like something service animal, which I find hard to believe since service animals are normally Labradors or Golden Retrievers. Edit 2. When I gave the dog to the shelter, I just said I found it as a stray.
Crazy.
That's fucked up.
I
dude.
respect
It's a
I respect the take.
They're definitely the asshole. They are. At first I was on the other train, but like
So,
they're the asshole.
You vote asshole.
They're the asshole.
I think they're an asshole for that.
All right, so I'm the only person that votes not an asshole. All right, what ones did you find, newbie?
All right, my first one. This one's pretty good. It is, am I the asshole for getting mad at my girlfriend for wanting to sleep with my brother?
I saw that one.
Can we do a pre-vote? Can we do a pre-vote?
Sure.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Wait, no, you're not an asshole.
you're
I fucked
not.
that up. Yeah,
No,
no.
I don't say, bro. Like what? You're like, you won't let a homie hit, but you'll let your brother? Like what? What?
No, I fucked that up. He is not an asshole.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
definitely not. Definitely not. There's no circumstance. Like if it's like a thing where like it was like a weird theoretical or something that they were talking about and like he brought it up and he's just like, do you think my brother's like hot? Like would you fuck my brother or something? And she's like, yeah. Like
Bro,
I mean that's
dead
like a
ass.
little fucked up, but you can't be that mad. But like
It just got removed. It got removed by the moderators.
just now.
Yeah, like it just got removed.
That's wild. That's why I screenshotted all mine.
That's so funny. That's crazy.
Alright, here's another one. Am I the asshole for not sharing my Nintendo Switch with a child on the train? This occurred earlier this week, but I'm still thinking about it and wondering if I was an asshole. A woman and her daughter, who looked around to be 5 to 6, sat next to me on the train while I was playing my Nintendo Switch during my commute. The girl was pointing at me and whispering something to her mom, then asked if she could have a turn on my game. I politely told her no. I felt bad, but the child was a stranger to me, and I don't know if she would have been careful if her fingers had recently been up her nose, etc.
Can I just mention something real quick?
What?
Coronavirus.
I mean, yeah,
that
to
shit
be
ain't done yet.
honest,
That shit
yeah.
ain't. Where's Byron? Where's
That's
Byron?
facts. This was
Alright,
13 hours ago.
coronavirus.
This is 13 hours ago, so I mean, facts.
Yeah, like this is recent.
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
for sure.
go. The mom shot a glare at me. The girl pouted and whispered something to her. Then the mom told her, I'm sorry, sometimes even big kids don't know how to share at full volume for me to hear. I just sat there and said nothing during the rest of the commute while the girl looked sad and the mom occasionally shot glares at me when our eyes met.
Okay, no.
For a
I have
fact,
something to say. I have something to say.
Mom's an asshole.
Yeah, first off, mom says that to me. I'm looking at mom. Go buy your daughter a Switch. If she wants one, go buy her a Switch.
Yeah, why doesn't she have one? Where's her?
First of all, you gotta teach your daughter about property.
Yeah, it's
like you can't like. Here's the thing. Like if you want to be nice, yeah, sure. Like it would be nice if you let her play.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't want to let her play, that's his choice. Like
he has
like
no
mom,
obligation.
like you ain't got nothing to defend there. You ain't got nothing. You need to teach your kid a value lesson. You're teaching your kid entitlement right there. You're pre-programming your kid with entitlement. Like that's what you just did. Like
Yeah.
nah,
I didn't
mom's
say not
100%
the
an asshole. Dude is perfectly cool not letting the kid
He's not an
play on
asshole.
the Switch.
at all.
Plus they're not like super cheap or nothing. If a kid's like 4 or 5, like that she can break it. Is that mom just be like, oh I'm so sorry, let me buy you a new one?
Yeah,
Couldn't buy your kid one in the first place, so like probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel what you're saying. I completely agree.
Like
So,
I respect the single mom hustle. You know,
Not
if
an
she's a single
asshole?
mom or something, riding the train. But like, don't be an asshole, lady.
what's your opinion? Was he an asshole or no?
He was not an asshole.
Newbie.
Definitely not an asshole.
No, definitely not an asshole.
All right, so we all three were not an asshole.
Yeah. All right. Top comment. Not an asshole. The lesson the mother should have been teaching their kid is that they don't have a right to other people's things, and that being told
Facts.
no is okay.
Exactly.
The
Facts,
mother was
facts.
wrong to try to shame you for not letting her kid use your stuff for whatever reason.
I mean, that makes
self-taught
perfect
entitlement,
sense.
like literally, like pre-grown entitlement.
Yo.
That's wild to me. Like, what the fact she said that? Like, if like the kid can talk, I understand you're a kid. You can be upset.
What would you do if you're in that situation? You're on the train, and you hear the mom say that.
I turn up the volume on my Switch to like full blast to where they can hear me playing the games, and I sit there and laugh and giggle while I'm playing my games too, like I'm really enjoying it. I hope the kid starts crying so the mom has to deal with it, and then I say, hey, you should keep your kid down. I can't hear my game.
That's
No,
Next level,
what
I
would
find another kid on the train.
and you in the room and you let him play. That's
play.
another level of petty. That's even different.
See,
That's
I would
even
wait
more
till we
different.
get close to the stop, like we're pulling up to the stop.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, oh, girl, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. And then the train stops, like, oh, sorry, I gotta go. Just give that false hope of, because nothing's worse than
Damn,
false
we are
hope.
all evil men here.
Oh, I would have been the
terrible
asshole in
people.
that situation.
No, I
Especially-
would have turned into an asshole too, and that's a bad thing. Like
No, it's
we
not.
as humans
It would've
need
been
to- We need
completely-
to learn how to let go of small things, but like she was definitely the asshole there. She was the asshole there, and it would have been rightly served.
So mine, I don't have the title because I lost it, but I screenshotted it. I just thought it was funny, so I just wanted to read it. All right. We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my eldest sister, 29, female, younger sister, 24, female, and youngest brother, 22, male. Extended family attended our dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, uncles, etc. During the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up to that point, and it was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin, and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out that her husband didn't know this, amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine.
Damn, bro. Listen, I was gonna try to stop you and say, like, let me just say this real quick. The youngest siblings are the worst. I take it back, like, before I even say it, because poor guy there, and not just poor guy for the brother, but like poor guy for the husband too. Cause like, damn, bro. He's like, she told me she was a virgin too. Like,
Well,
like,
I kind of want to know more about that side.
yeah,
Like, what did she tell you?
Yeah,
Like, to make you
Like,
that
she's
mad?
She's like, I've only been with a few people.
Yeah,
And
like,
then,
what
and
did
then,
she
like,
say?
You're just like you've
Because,
been
like,
with
you're already
fucking 100
married.
guys in
Like,
4
it shouldn't
years.
matter at that point because you've already been married. You've already
Been
had
having
yeah,
intercourse
which,
and
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
which means at some point,
So, like, she must have said, like,
lied about
like,
something
super,
crazy.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
it had to have been something bad.
Yeah, she definitely had to. Like,
I didn't think it was anything crazy. Personally, I don't feel like he's an asshole in that situation.
I
They were
got something. I got something.
It's just
good.
like a sibling argument. Like,
I got
you know
something
what I'm
really
saying?
good to follow up with that one too. Actually, if we're ready for another one.
Wait, what's the vote?
Huh?
What's the vote?
I don't think he was an asshole.
No, the older sister one that posted, not the asshole. The asshole was the middle sister. They got too drunk. Handle your shot, sis. You know what I'm saying? If you can't take tequila at the dinner table, don't drink with your grandparents around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like, that is something, like, all the families around that. Yeah,
That's
she
just-
shouldn't have said that. Like, yeah.
That's a
like
conversation
you're trying
you
to talk
have.
about your youngest brother's who's still a grown man's wee like in front of your grandma and your mom. Like, come on.
It's a
Have some
conversation you
dignity.
don't
Have some respect. You know.
Yeah.
And this is why this is a good one to follow up with it, because it's, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that I don't want to meet or talk to her sister because she is a glorified slut? I'm like, what? And this one's pretty short and sweet. The motherfucking moderators just banned me so I can't respond to your weak ass arguments. So me and my 6-month girlfriend were discussing me seeing her family soon, and then she talked about her sister and her huge body number and how she is so sexually liberated and that she has more than 5 or 6 gangbangs and that she is currently in a poly relationship. I was disgusted and put off and realized that she lives with her boyfriend and husband at the same time. So I will have to see those two. And I don't really want that. Is it an asshole move? And also, of course, when she insisted I said her sister was a glorified slut.
Okay. So you're being an asshole, but you don't have to fucking go.
Yeah, no, he was definitely being an asshole for like no
Like
reason.
the way he was doing it, like the way he's going about it was an asshole, but like
Yeah.
it's just. Are you guys saying it's justified? Like him not wanting to like meet the sister
Yeah,
because the sister like takes gangbangs and like.
he shouldn't have to
has-
want to meet the sister. He doesn't want to meet the sister.
I mean, I get
He's
in.
being an asshole.
I get
but
in
he
a little
doesn't-
bit. If it was like the husband didn't know about the other shit or some shit, you know, I'd get a little bit because I'd like be a weird tense situation to be in. But like she lives with her husband and her boyfriend, so if it's just a bunch of people that are like into that lifestyle, like yeah, you can still meet the sister without really having to be cool with it or like be a part of it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
literally
Yeah.
if you want that to work, you will just meet the like. It
But-
shouldn't be.
But also the way it sounds to me is like he hasn't met any of the family yet, so it's probably a fresh relationship. 6-month girlfriend. Says 6 month fresh. I think at this point, buddy, you should probably realize that you're getting into a family you don't want to be in. You know, because if her sister's that open-minded and let me see, her words were sexually liberated. You know, if she sees her sister as being a hero with her huge body number and sexual liberation, you know, 5 to 6 gangbangs, if she looks at that as like, wow, she's so free, she probably ain't gonna stay, you know, between the two of you for long. You know, you're probably gonna bore her after a while, or maybe you'll become the husband and then she's gonna start talking about a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, if her big sister's like that,
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying.
you should
But
probably get out. You should probably get out. 6 months fresh, you should probably get out.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to sell my uncle's expensive guitar? Why does it just sound bad?
Guitar.
That sounds so
Guitar?
bad. Is
Guitar.
that the right word?
Guitar?
Guitar.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Guitar.
Guitar.
You just gotta put some. You gotta put some fling on it.
Guitarded.
Guitar. I don't know
Guitar.
why it sounded bad to me.
It's a geek.
Guitar collection and not giving it to my mom or aunt. Okay, so let me try my best to explain this. My great uncle has recently passed away and left all his musical instruments and equipment to me, over $60,000 worth. He was a producer and made rock music his whole life in LA, so I never got to meet him that much in person, but he would call me every week, and he told me that he was leaving all his guitars since I was the only one in the family that could play. Like, fucking lit.
Yeah.
Right? He ended up leaving his house and everything else to his wife and mom and aunt, who also spent a lot of time with him and were raised with him in California, got nothing. They claim it isn't fair since he was very close to them, and they should have got something. My mom recently asked me when I was going to sell the guitars to give her and her aunt half. I was shocked and offended. I told them there was no way in hell I was selling it, and I was keeping them all to myself since he gave them to me. She was upset and told me I had no right since I was only a 22-year-old boy, and I need to pay her back since my dad, who is no longer married to her, paid for my college. Weeks went by, and my aunt approached me saying I didn't have to sell all the guitars or any of the amps or mics, and I just had to give her the 3 most expensive ones. I refused. I ended up getting cussed out and called ungrateful for that. The thing is, everything he gave me is mine, and I don't want it sitting in some pawn shop. I'm pretty sure my uncle doesn't want it there either. Am I the asshole?
Definitely sounds like some entitled Karens. The fuck? Your ex-husband paid for your son's college, and so he owes you money.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense at all. The other thing is like,
And anyway, it doesn't matter because the great uncle gave it to the kid. Yeah, he gave it to him.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I see like maybe if they need like a little bit of money, I'd sell like one or two. I'm not selling the most expensive ones, but I'd give them like a little bit if they really need money. But if I knew they were doing good and I wanted these, I enjoy these because these remind me of
If
someone.
the reason was they wanted the money because they felt like they're entitled to part of the collection, then fuck off.
Yeah, but if they wanted like a guitar to keep to like remind them of them.
Well, I mean, I think from there it sounds like they were just trying to get
the most expensive to sell. Yeah.
My thing that I didn't really like there was in the beginning of it. It said something like that they got the house and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then it said they got nothing.
Yeah, I was.
And it was just like if you get the house
that.
that was his that you lived in with him and you could keep the whole house.
I think they're saying they didn't get anything from
like
California.
his personal possessions.
Like they didn't get anything from his stuff in California. I think that's what it meant.
I mean,
but like even then, like why didn't they go get it?
Because the guitars and all this music shit was from California, so I think that's what they're saying.
But if
they wanted part of it because they were also raised in California or some shit.
If he's the only
but
one,
even then, I'm like
a guitar pick and call it a day.
I mean, if it's really, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
If it's a sentimental thing, give him a guitar
but like
pick.
give half. Like they want him to sell all of it and then give mom and aunt half, like both half, so that he would get nothing. And the great uncle left the guitars. I mean.
Yeah,
no,
like,
they definitely are assholes. He's not an asshole.
No, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong.
If anything, I give him credit because he stood his ground.
Yeah, he stood
under
his
a lot
fucking
of pressure.
ground. Yeah, under family pressure.
Yeah,
from his mom.
And his that's a lot of pressure.
Well, also the way it sounded was like it was probably worth a decent chunk of money.
60,000.
So like, I could definitely fend off the pressure of my mom and my aunt for 60 grand. I think I could definitely be like,
60 grand's one.
Like you probably only spent 60 grand on me the whole time that I lived with you in 18 years. Not giving you that much.
All right. So speaking of money, am I the asshole? This is the title. Telling my parents to pay me back my college tuition if they want a relationship. I was raised by my parents who believed religiously and just culturally in rigid gender roles. Dad should work, mom should stay home with the kids. I'm the only girl and have 3 brothers. Because of their expectations, I'd stay home with the kids. They never valued my educational achievements, or emphasized things beyond domestic skills. I'm the second youngest. By the time I was in high school, my 2 older brothers had gone to the college of their choice, with my parents fully covering tuitions, books, and off-campus apartments and other living expenses. They eventually did the same for my younger brother. I was told I wasn't allowed to apply for college. I did so in secret and got accepted with a partial scholarship. I didn't tell them I was moving out until a week before I left, with essentially nothing but what a few friends gave to me that their parents brought them for college. I took engineering and had to work to take on debt and struggle. My parents and I have barely spoken for years. I'm married now and expecting our first child. They asked to meet up. We met at a park and they said they were sorry if they caused me pain, but would like a relationship now. I asked them specifically what they were sorry for. They wouldn't elaborate and just said that they wanted to move forward. I said that wasn't sufficient. In the end, I said they could prove they were sorry by forwarding me the $100,000 my degree and college expenses were, just like they did for my brothers. My mom burst into tears. My dad said I wasn't being serious, and I just left. Since then, I've been getting calls from my brothers telling me I'm being immature and hurtful. I don't think so at all.
As a person who is raised in a very masculine, feminine energy, like pushing like very stereotypical energy, religious household, nah, definitely fuck your parents. You did it on your own. You made your life for yourself because you didn't want to live the life they wanted to force you into. I don't think they really deserve to be a part of it. Like after that, they're not like just because like they raised you, like that means they're a part of that part of your life. Like that past that section always will be there. Don't think they really deserve to make their way into your life unless you really choose to have them there. Especially the fact that you had to go out and like make the life for yourself, and especially with it being only because she's a girl. you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's I would say not the asshole, but she was being kind of an asshole. Like,
I mean, it
like
seems
here's
slightly
how it
unreasonable.
works. Because she got out. She got out of the family, moved away, and she did it on her own. Got married. Fucking, she did it.
Yeah.
Like, she made it. And at that point, going back, she doesn't have to get into a relationship with her parents if she doesn't want to. And she shouldn't expect them to give her $100,000.
Well,
She just did that as a snarky comment. That was like a way to, like, well, yeah, if you want a relationship, then give me back. You know, that was like a snarky, like comment is what it was.
Unlike the other ones, I don't feel like it was like entitlement though, because I feel like
it was deserved.
Yeah, it wasn't like entitlement or anything. She was just being. That was like an asshole statement to say.
That was an asshole
But
statement.
she's not the asshole.
Okay, yeah,
that was just an asshole
She
statement.
was being insensitive, okay, to their feelings. But I think it's fair because they were insensitive to hers. She was being slightly petty, maybe. But
it's just whether you
they
take
paid
the higher
for
road or not.
3 of her
It's whether you
brother's
think
colleges, letting them go
equality
wherever they want. And, you know, like, she might still have the debt. She probably does still have the debt. And, like, they only want to come around probably because she's having a kid. And, like, why would she want them to, like, try to, like, help raise and, like, force her kid, like, into the way of life that they tried with her that was, like, wronged her, you know? Yeah. And, like, also, like, the whole thing of, like, she asked them what they were sorry for. And they just said they were just sorry. And she said it wasn't good enough. So, like, I think it's the idea that, like, she wants them to actually have acknowledgement
to admit to what they did
wrong, because because them being religious, at least like from like my thinking of like my parents or something, like they still don't actually think that they were wrong. They think that they were right, but they're proud of you or whatever, or they're not mad at you for going and doing your life because it's your life, but they don't think they wronged you because like they still believe that that's right, you know. And like I think that's like the point to her, like why she wanted to make it the big deal, you know, 100K.
Yeah, 100K is a lot to just be like, yeah, just forward me this, and you know, we're cool.
Yeah, I would still say no.
Only daughter.
Not the asshole. What's your thought? Asshole, or not the asshole?
No, not an asshole.
All right.
Asshole.
You said you got one more on yours?
Yeah, I got one more. Am I the asshole for making a joke about a dog? Alright, background time. I, 31-year-old male, had a great aunt who sadly passed away at the beginning of the month. My extended family met up for the funeral this last Saturday. My stepbrother recently got engaged, and while I had talked to his fiancée over FaceTime before, this was my first time actually meeting her. They also have a dog, which was originally the fiancée's before getting engaged to my stepbrother. Okay, on to the meat of the story. The day after the funeral, most of the family met up for dinner at my great-uncle's house. My stepbrother and fiancé brought their dog, whose name is Miley, who I was also meeting for the first time. She was a German Shepherd, about 72 pounds, if I were to guess. The thing I noticed immediately is that she had a very large back legs proportionately, and by extension, quite a large rump. This will be important later. So I'm at the dinner table with basically the entire rest of the family. We don't do kiddie tables. And everyone is joking around and reminiscing about my late aunt and what have you. Given this light atmosphere, I thought it was appropriate to make some jokes myself. Apparently, I was wrong. Miley was running through the house, and I said something about how I couldn't believe she could run so fast lugging that caboose around. I got a light laugh, and my stepbrother's fiance said something like, "Oh, don't be so mean, Miley's not fat." I thought she was joking around with me, so I responded in a hammy voice, "Ah, Miley's ass is out of this world," and made an eye-popping gesture. Got a less positive response with this one, so I tried to save the joke, something about doggy style or red rockets, trying to bring it back. Now I guess the fiancé wasn't as joking as I thought, because she just didn't respond to this, and the general table response was less enthusiastic than last time. I think they must have just been afraid of offending the fiancé, because there was no way that they couldn't have understood what I was talking about with Millie. Like, it was the first thing I noticed. And first is capital, so he's saying that dog had a fat ass. And this is, anyways, after a bit of awkwardness, the conversation moved on and the atmosphere went back to normal. The thing was, though, that for the rest of the visit, my conversations with stepbrother and his fiance seemed more awkward. Now I've never seen completely eye to eye with my stepbrother, but I thought he knew me well enough to know when I was joking around. If his fiance gets offended at jokes about her dog, I pray for their marriage. Still, part of me thinks that what I said may have been inappropriate. Am I the asshole? And edit, to clarify, Millie is full grown. I would not have made the joke if she was juvenile.
No.
Is it a dog?
Yeah, the dog. He was making
And they
a
were
joke.
making jokes.
About the
He
dog
was
having
making
a
a
fat
joke
ass.
about the dog having a fat ass.
Other people were making jokes.
No, other people were laughing and reminiscing about the memory of his great aunt who had died.
Oh.
And he made a joke about the dog's ass, but it wasn't even that they got offended about that. It was that the owner of the dog got offended and said, "Oh, don't make fun of her ass. She's not that fat." You know, and he then instead of
doubled
leaving
down.
it there, he doubled down. And I guess his cleanup was something about doggy style or Red Rockets at the dinner table,
Yeah.
and there is no kiddie table, he said, so I assume the kiddies are sitting there also.
Yeah.
He's not an asshole. He's just immature.
Immature, yeah, not an asshole. I mean, he was trying to be funny, you know, like, it's honestly just like,
You shot and you missed.
yeah, I don't think anybody there was really an asshole even. Like, even the fiance wasn't really an asshole.
just
She was just, like, too uptight. She needed to, like, be a little looser about it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, they're not comedians. I don't know what to tell them. They don't know how to crack a good joke. I mean, fuck. I'd have made that shit slap at the dinner table. Kids and all. The kids would have been laughing the hardest. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You got to get the kids laughing, and then you get the
Just
parents
start
up.
smacking the dog's ass like this. And
Yeah,
go,
just
hey,
have her-
Millie.
Yeah,
Millie,
what is it?
Millie."
Was it Miley or what was it?
It was Miley. Yeah,
Miley said
Miley,
walking around.
Miley.
God damn!
She thick, boy. She a thick. I mean, it could have been saved. He just didn't have the.
Charisma. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have the charisma stats. Yeah, he spent too much on intellect and then fucked up the bag.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not an asshole though.
No,
Just
not
immature.
an asshole at all.
What's your thoughts, newbie? Asshole or nah?
No, I don't think he's an asshole.
You got another one?
I do not have another one, but what did we think about that subreddit?
It's pretty good. I got one more for it.
Okay.
It's another tuition one, but I don't know why these ones just seem the best. So my. Oh, okay. I fucked that up anyways. So it says, my wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I'm male, 56. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend, C. She's 43, around January. She was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, has a dark sense of humor that I love, a terrific cook, and an overall amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with. She is also on the heavier side.
Can I just double check and see how old she was?
43.
She's 43?
Yes.
Okay. Just make sure. Because he said he's 55. And like you said, something about college degree. And I thought we were talking about like a youngin'.
Okay.
Continue.
She's also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. I have 2 children, E, 25, and A, 19, female. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced him to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but A was very, very standoffish. After the initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were all rudely rejected. E and A both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal, since she's always been rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. Their dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. When C went to grab her third helping of mashed potatoes, A said, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?"
Oh my god.
Damn.
C started sobbing immediately
Yeah.
and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out.
Yeah. Get the
About
fuck out.
half an hour after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless 1, she apologized to C, and 2, C accepts her apology. A must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition, and sent A the screenshots. She called me crying and begging me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up.
So who is A?
A is
A
his
is the
daughter.
daughter.
I mean, that was fucked up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I get it. You
That
know,
was
your
fucked
mom
up.
died.
So it's asking, is the dad the asshole?
Yeah,
I don't-
for backing out the tuition.
I,
I mean, that's
just,
a big thing
That is
to
a
do.
big thing to do. You should have had a more serious talk with her. Say, okay, no, I mean, that showed he's serious. So now he could have said, "All right, now, like, let's sit down and apologize now."
I mean, we
It
don't know
could've
the
been like
history
a-
with the kids or anything either. 'Cause
Yeah.
the thing is, like, she could be a hard ass anyways. You know, especially like, with her mom dying. Like, she could have already been giving him trouble. You know, so like maybe he had to be a little bit more like showative with the seriousness. Couldn't just say it because like having a serious talk with her wasn't gonna do nothing. You know.
The thought I had was, well, she was way out of pocket, but I think maybe she just had like a close relationship with her mom. Her
Yeah,
mom
I get
passing,
it.
and then seeing her dad with somebody
Yeah.
else, it just like.
Yeah,
Like,
and
people
also
will
if
say,
your
like,
mom
that
was a
doesn't
good looking
feel right.
lady and now your dad moved on to like a fat pig, you know, like that'd probably be like, no, I'm just kidding. Nobody shame here. I'm sorry, I was kidding. But you know, like reason to mouth off.
Shit, I'm just saying it doesn't matter what age I am. I wouldn't have got told to get out of the house. I would have got my ass beat.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not even that, bro. Like if I'm that woman, like I don't care if it's my kid or not. Like it's like my new boyfriend's kid. If she's under the, well, I mean, like if she's old enough for college, she's old enough for me to smack the shit out of her. Like I ain't running away crying. I'm smacking the shit out of her one time, and I'm saying I don't care if you like me or not. You will respect me, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. So I definitely think he's not an asshole for that, but it's just a large step.
It could have been dealt with. It could have been dealt with.
It could have been
easier.
dealt with better and different.
So you think he's an asshole for that move?
He wasn't an asshole.
It's just a big.
It's just
thing
like what
to
do we
do.
consider an asshole? What do we consider an asshole this whole time? I feel like an asshole is doing something out of like being an asshole, like being a dick. You know, like
There's
you're
no
doing
reason.
it because like, you don't have an actual reason to do it. You're just doing it because you feel like you deserve it, or you feel like they are emotionally wronging you or something. But there's no actual wrong being. It's just like you being extra. You know, I feel like that's being an asshole. I feel like he's not being extra for no reason.
He's being extra, but yeah, like, it's not for no reason.
It's,
I mean,
that's heavy disrespect.
I wouldn't take away the future from, like, if you can afford it, I wouldn't take away like your daughter's
She
future.
could work for it too, though.
Yeah, but it's a very hard thing to
Who
work.
was-
You know what the
he?
daughter could really do
He
if she
was
wanted to
the
double
older
down?
brother.
If she wanted to double down for real, like or like really go hard on it, you know what she could have done? Started an OnlyFans. Fuck you, Dad. I'll pay for my own college tuition. Fuck that fat bitch.
We're not promoting OnlyFans here. Actually, speaking of OnlyFans, if you do want to click the first link, it's gonna take you to a link tree. The Attic casting couch. We haven't shown you that yet. There will be some premium content coming out on the Attic casting couch.
Ooh,
We're
don't
gonna be
miss out on
showing off.
that.
We're gonna be showing off some of the best young talent around, giving them their opportunity to shine. We've been preparing. We have multiple camera angles prepped out. There's a GoPro on the way. Yeah, it's just gonna be crazy.
Some
We can-
4K close-up footage.
there's gonna be a lot. It's the Attic casting couch. We'll talk more about that in another video.
Okay. See, I don't think I'd even been updated on this, and like I feel like this is something I've been dream shooting for years. Yeah, I know,
Like I just bullshit, and then he goes all in like,
Dream
let's
shooting.
go.
Yeah,
Dream
bro, let's
shooting,
go, bro.
that's funny.
Hey.
All right, so I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the Attic Podcast. You know, do you think those people were assholes? Were they in the right? Were they in the wrong? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below.
Which post was your favorite? Like, which story did you like the most? You know, what was your opinion specifically on that story?
I appreciate you boys having me on the attic. You know,
It's been a
it's
pleasure
enjoyable.
having you. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy this, be sure to drop a like. I will link all the posts we talked about in the description below. I'll also link like the main subreddit as well if you want to go there, check them out, read them. It's a good read. If you're bored, you want something to do.
Real quick, one last thing. 2 minutes right now. Takes 2 minutes or less. Alright, I mean, it takes a couple seconds. Hit the like button, subscribe. Alright, notifications if you want. Takes 2 minutes right now. Tell somebody you know that has not seen this to check this shit out. Alright? That's all I gotta say.
All right, well, you heard him.
I said he took over. He
Yeah,
took
I mean,
over.
yeah, you heard him.